Hello, I'm Jerry Rigged, and this is the Duskers Daily Challenge for January 10th, 2017. Looking at yesterday's leaderboard, Neg and Marvin managed to get a bit more than me, though I'm still not quite sure how. Just because of how numbers played out. Neg pulled off the top score of 1070, and Marvin pulled a 1060, as well as characters, figures. I want to say that's Chinese again. I could be wrong, though. I scored a 1055, and I did lose a upgrade. Probably my trap broke, which would have given me a 1080, which makes sense with Marvin's score if his didn't break. But alternately, because he got one less scrap than I did because he didn't get one of the sentries. But ultimately doesn't explain Neg's score of 1070, unless drone health becomes involved. Copper scored right behind me at 1050, Dargard at 1026, Dano416, and Oleo Rag at 1010, Flacky at 990, and Ash White 12345 at 980. So great scores yesterday. 45 people played, which is still very good numbers. Today I have a cat on my lap, which my long-term watchers know is not the best omen. But she refuses to get up. Today we do have Stealth, which is fantastic, as well as Transporter and Ship Surveyor. Transporter means things are going to be random. Three infestation types on a barge B. That's a bad sign to begin with. No defense is found on this part of the ship. So there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is I could have to deal with, well, a lot of things. The good news... Okay, well, there's a turret in here. That's good news. Potentially, at least. The other good news is I know that R2 is clear, and I can use R2 to get to some other rooms, as well as an airlock. The only thing I have to worry about is if there's slime in this room. I have one defense, it's the one in R10. I do hear Swarm. And this is a small room, so I'm definitely going to want to be careful. Okay, there's the swarm. And a vent. I'm 50%. These guys don't move soon. Whew, okay. That could have gone very badly. I'm also going to close that off. So I've got some other airlocks I can work with. That's very good. I'm extremely paranoid right now about There's a drone. There's some more swarm. I need you guys to move. Thank you. Of course there's not. Has a teleport, that's good. What just beeped? New transporter in R5, okay. Dock A1. Meant to type 2. Okay, this is unsettling me a lot. Alright. Door 7 is being attacked. So far, the only... What's gonna break? Nothing. Okay. That's actually a good room for a break. Martin pointed out recently that Swarm will... Radiation kills Swarm, apparently. And they were both in that room. That's great. Oh, there's slime in here. Okay. That airlock is completely inaccessible. So that makes me amazed that I haven't hit it yet. Okay, now I know R5 is clear. Or at least it was. Ooh. If I could find some way to kill you. Okay, so the only room that I need to check now is through D18, which I can't get. Okay. So, Oh, yes! You need to get on my lap now. Okay. Yes! Of course. Hey! Defense deactivated. Excellent. Perfect. Perfect. I'm not going to need the interface anymore. I'm going to take the teleport just in case. Two scrap. The slime was coming up this way. I have searched the entire ship. The only thing that I could possibly check is R7. Wow! Game does not like room 4 right now. Unfortunately, I could not check the terminal in that room because the swarm didn't get out of it quickly enough, and while I was in it and had an opportunity, I forgot. But fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. The only thing that I might want to do in the 2.5 minutes or 2 minutes that I have left is I might want to try to get into R7. The problem is knowing where the slime was. I don't think I'm going to be able to get in there. Well, I can. They've really started to fill the room. There's nothing left. Okay. Okay, we're good. Excellent. Every time I did that, I was worried that, that I would lose the transport signal in R2. I'm not even going to worry about closing the doors. It's not worth the risk. So, I am done. 890 is a great score. 12 scrap, 1 jump fuel. I had 340 for my starting health, which means my starting score was 570, which is really high. I got 1 upgrade from the drone that I found, and the drone itself. So, yeah, that's great. The teleport apparently did not break this time, which is very nice. Yeah, great ship. It's a little small, but it had a lot of variety in it in a couple ways, and you had to think about what you're doing with the defense turret. That said, from my own experiences with my own videos and Marvin's videos, Neg's videos, and Copper's videos, I've seen that when you have teleport, it changes how things can be arranged. And it's not so simple as what's in R2, what's in R3, what's in R4. It significantly tweaks numbers around. It changes the seed, basically, based on, you know, it doesn't change things directly, it changes things indirectly, I guess, because one thing is randomized, something else gets randomized, something else gets randomized. As far as I was able to tell, the same details were there, just like every other run, but their positioning could change significantly. And in this case, it's the same deal. Because I had the teleporter in that room, that might not have been your R2, that might have been something else. The teleport could have been somewhere else. And it would completely change the numbering of your ship, and it would completely change where the enemies are located. That might make it easier for you. That might make it more difficult for you. For now, I get the feeling Machine God did not get the sentry, and that's all that he didn't get. And either he didn't get it, or he got it and got no scrap, which is generally the unlikely option there. So it would not surprise me if Machine God was not in a position to do a defense on that turret. It's entirely possible. So, if you haven't done your own run yet, as I've been saying the last week, I highly encourage you to do a blind run. I've been very happy with them, even when my performance has been relatively poor. I've actually had good performance, though, I think, in the past week, as far as scores go. As far as the top 10, maybe not so much, and only 9 people have played so far, but I'm a little bit earlier than I've been some days. Looking at the scores, I could definitely see that Swarm are involved because we have several people that lost everything, and that seems to be the inevitable conclusion when you have Swarm. We have one person so far who has at least lost one drone, possibly with his gather, which again is what happens when you have Swarm. And we have a few people with the score in the 600s who may have lost one drone, but have been able to recover it. And yeah, definitely an interesting ship today. I like when you have big generator areas, because that means you can explore a lot, you can work around it. When you have a lot of small rooms, it makes it very difficult sometimes to navigate through a ship, especially when slime is involved. I was very fortunate that my starting generator room, I don't remember what number it wasn't R2. It's very frustrating when that gets slimed early and you can't do anything else. And on this ship, you would not have wanted to power that room. What am I saying? You would not have wanted to go into that room that I had that was in the middle of the ship unless absolutely necessary. And that was my last option. Now, I did a lot in that room, which is great, but when you lose that teleport, you've got to find a way out. And sometimes it is not easy. I got very lucky today. I have the top score, 890. Again, if you haven't done your own run yet, I highly recommend you go in blind next time and come back, check my video, compare, and leave a comment. And if you have done your run, again, leave a comment. I'd love to hear of your own experiences, and especially when it's one of these situations where there's going to be differences between everyone's run. There's going to be the same factors. You're still going to have swarms, you're still going to have sentries, you're still going to have slime. But you may or may not be able to use that turret. That turret might be better positioned for you in a central room. That turret might be positioned in a thoroughfare where the slime spawn and you can get rid of them quickly and regularly. There's a lot of things that can be very different between people's runs today. And I would love to hear of your own experiences and how they differed from mine, better or worse. I scored well, but things could have gone better. Not that things went badly again, but I would have liked to get through a little bit faster. If the swarm had moved faster, it would have been nice. And I guess that's about it. I guess that's probably the worst part. And then the slime at the end in that one room up in the corner. I don't think there was any scrap in there, though, so that was good. 910, at least by my playthrough, is the best you could score. I don't know that there should be anything different, but maybe there's an extra sentry on your ship and you get a higher score. Again, leave a comment, let me know how yours went. I'd love to read those. If you enjoyed my video, do please like, and have a good day.